Good morning, all. I was waiting for others to join. I think many of you are still joining. We'll wait for a minute or so and then we'll start. Meanwhile, can someone of you please confirm if my screen is visible?
Visible.
Great. Okay. People are still joining, so we'll wait for a minute. This is, I would call second session, second weekend rather. So we're still giving time. As we start conducting sessions, we'll reduce this waiting time. Right? So let's give them some time and we'll start with this. In last session, I hope people who are there, you revised. People who are not there, you watched the videos. We didn't cover much, but we covered servers, we covered racks, we covered virtualization. We discussed about the components which we see in data center. Today, we are going to have a virtual tour of data center because based on this, the further understanding will be easier for you guys. After that, we are going to learn some Azure related concepts, which are definitely being asked in interviews. I just posted one screenshot yesterday. One of the students from last batch got selected. Even his questions, he interviewed in 8 companies, got 2 offers. Out of those 8, in 5 of them, these questions were asked, the topics which we are going to cover uh, today. So those questions will be uh, they are frequently being asked. Those questions were asked and they are frequently being asked, right? And more than interview question, it is understanding that is the pillar and that is core or base of Azure Cloud, right? Why this is different from AWS, what uh, extra do you get, etc. That is what we are going to learn today. What features are there? That is what we are going to learn today, right? So let's wait for one more minute and then we'll start. It's okay. Well, let's start. It's already 11:07, right? So let's start. Fine. So you guys can see my screen. Before I start the new topic, anyone has any questions, any doubt on what we did last week? I posted some questions on my YouTube channel. I did see you guys did practice, participate, and most of you answered correctly. So it was good to see, but that was very basic. Still, do you guys have any doubt? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe any doubts, any question, anything related to anything other than fees and timing, etc. That we can discuss off calls, right? Any technical issue, any uh, approach related question that what are we going to do? Are we going to cover this? Are we going to cover that? People who have watched the video and who are there in the first session, do you have questions? I mean, people who are not there, they might have many questions, but please watch the video once, then you'll get the clear understanding.
So
Yes,
yeah,
guys.
I
No
have a
questions?
question.
No at
Heather
all?
here. Hello, I'm
Yeah.
audible.
Yes, yes, Heather, I can hear you. Tell me.
Yeah. Regarding the study approach, actually, currently I'm working on both cloud,
Mm-hmm.
AWS and Azure.
Right.
If I study AWS along with this Azure, is
Mm-hmm.
it okay or will be like confusing for me? Like how you suggest? Like
From market perspective, it's definitely okay, better than okay. I mean, if I'm hiring a guy
okay,
for Azure, I may get a project on AWS, and it's not me. It's definitely all companies have project on AWS, Azure, and GCP. So if I'm getting a candidate who knows even a little bit of AWS with perfection of Azure, I'm happy to onboard that candidate over others. So from company
okay,
perspective, it's definitely okay. Talking about confusion, no, I don't think so. It will confuse you at all because services are same, only few names are here and there. And even if you get confused with them, for example, now you may not understand. I mean, Heather, you may understand, you are working already. Other people may not understand. There's a
yeah,
term
correct.
called VNet in Azure. Same service is called VPC in AWS. So in your
Okay,
interview, sometimes, if you use VPC instead of VNet, it's okay. If your interviewer is a known person, is a technical learned person, he will understand what you're trying to say as far as your concept is clear. So even if it is confusing you, that's okay. If you can afford to learn afford is in terms of dedication, if you can give time to both of them, it's well and good. Feel free with that.
Okay, sure.
Yes, guys. Any other questions? Any other doubts? Okay. If you guys do not have any questions, any doubts, let's proceed with it. Right. There's one request. Please fill that Excel file. Now I see many unknown names. I have accepted all of you today. And again, because new people were joining, I did not do the Zoom email binding, right? But I see many new names. I think I haven't even spoken to them. So please make sure to fill that Excel file. And based on that Excel file, you'll be able to log in only using your email address from one session. Right? So please make sure to fill that Excel file. I have put the link in the group again. And so let's start. We have already spent enough time. We haven't even started anything technically. So let's start. Right. Uh, so we discussed servers. We discussed server class hardware. We discussed virtualization, how servers started, why would we need that. And we discussed all of that. How to run an application which looks very small to us, like Swiggy, looks very small to us, right? But how we would require at least 1,000 servers to run an application like that. Okay? So that is what we have seen. We also saw that when I say application, I'm not definitely meaning the application which you install on Android or iOS. Even if it is a website, it is an application. And so that's what we have seen. Now, then we discussed about racks. Then when you talk about servers, then you'll definitely require racks. You can't put 10 servers on floor, or you can't put uh, them directly anywhere, not in small cabinets. Servers are very costly devices, right? We check that as well. On an average, you get it for 2.5 lakhs. Yeah, you get it for 90,000 also, and there are for 5 lakhs also. So on an average, 2.5 lakhs. So to keep them, you'll require racks. Now imagine you have 1,000 servers. One rack will maybe hold 10 servers. So here you will be having hundreds of racks, right? So where do you keep that? If you have only one rack, in very small companies, you will see only one rack, 10 servers. That area is called your server room. But the moment you start expanding, you have 10 racks, 20 racks, 30, 40, 100 racks, right? A number of racks, then that building or that area is called data center. Right? So that is the definition of data center. What we are going to look at now, it's Microsoft data centers. This is very next level. On-prem data centers, which your company will have, won't be as good as this, or I would say as advanced as this. But yes, the concepts are same. Those are also called data centers. When I say on-prem, right? When I say on-prem, that is again a data center, your on-prem data center. It will have all these similar things which we are going to look at now. Right? So let's look at the data center, the virtual view. There's one quick this one I want to give information. My regular laptop, for some reason, it's not working today. So I'm using my Mac, and most of the files are not here. So I may struggle a little bit to find some files. So please bear with me for that. Okay, let's start with the Microsoft's data center tour. Okay, and it's not only Microsoft. Any data center you go, you'll find a similar approach like this. Okay, you will have some sitting area, etc., reception, etc. Why am I showing it to you guys? It will be very easier for you to imagine later on things when I tell you that if you're using some reserved instance, then one server is being reserved for you in data center. Then you should not have this question that what do you mean by data center? What is data center? I don't know what is data center, right? So that is the reason we are spending time and we are making these things clear. Though no one is going to ask you whether you have been to a data center or not. No one is going to do that, right? But if you really have, then that's very good learning. In my previous experience, I have visited client's data center. When you go there and when you actually see those servers, those cabling, storage devices, etc., it gives a very good idea, right? So if you have visited, it's okay. Even if you haven't visited, no one is going to ask you or judge you on that. No one is going to do that, right? But for your information, it's a good thing that we'll have a look at this. So let's go ahead and go to the operation room. We are not spending much time here, so I won't be explaining each and everything here, right? Maybe here basic things, whatever they have. These are the monitorings, guys. Now you must have seen whatever I have shown you the images, all the servers which are kept on the rack. Did you guys see any display on that? The servers which we saw, right? Servers and server rack. Okay, this is the these are the servers we're talking about. In To be technically correct, it is server class hardware, but I told you we'll be referring them to as servers. Right? So these are servers, right? These are servers. Now server rack. These are server racks. Now look at this. This is one of the uh, best data centers I would call. I am not sure whose data center it is, but looks very clean and good. In fact, this one also. Do you see any display here, guys? Or any scope where you can assign display to every server? Do you see that anywhere? Yes, no, maybe. Can you see my screen?
No,
Let's keep it interactive, guys, right? I don't want you to sleep. So do you see any scope where you can see set a display?
no,
No, right? Guys, please do not answer in chat box. Even if you know, I told you that I want you to speak more and more. If you speak here, then only you will speak in your interview. Just knowing technical knowledge is not good enough. Interviewer is not going to put a camera in your head and see whether this person knows this question's answer or not. You'll have to speak, you'll have to justify your knowledge. Then only you're going to get a job, right? And I have been telling you this course which we are doing, it's not only for technical, it's a job centric course we are doing, right? So from day one, we are focusing on answers, we are focusing on technical jargons. Please make sure you unmute yourself and speak. Right, right. So there are no displays, there are no nothing. So if something goes wrong with a server, how would I know? I mean, on my laptop, just I told you, right? Just now I told you that my laptop is not working fine. How do I know that? I turned on my laptop and I saw a black screen. Windows are stuck. They are not properly working. When I tried to open Zoom on that, it wasn't working well. Then I had to switch to my Mac, right? Because I had a screen, so I came to know. But in case of server, how would you come to know? How would you know if the server is working or not? On this server, maybe you are running very crucial application. Maybe you are running your internal payslip application or leave application, right? And many of your employees are going to apply the leave, but you don't even know whether it is working or not. Why? Because you don't have a display, right? So should that be the case? Just because you don't have the display, no, you will never come to know. No, that is not the case. You do not have displays here, but all these connectivity, cables, etc., and these servers will have a number of softwares, agents, and everything will appear here. I mean, whatever room that you want to call it, it's okay. Every data center, every company will call it different room, monitoring room, surveillance room, whatever they want to call it. That's completely fine. But can you see here something like a dashboard? Here you will see if some server is going down, if some server is utilizing 90% of memory because of which it is not performing well, if some server is using 90% of CPU and because of that it is not performing well. So all those alerts you will see here. Any spike, anything, with this incident will get generated. It will be assigned to some team. So that is how it works, be it your on-prem data center or be it cloud. The concepts are same. Is this clear to everyone? So just because you do not have display, that doesn't mean that you leave your servers and just wait for someone to come to you and tell you that okay, that the salary slip application is not working, or maybe leave application is not working, or Swiggy is not working. Swiggy owner will not wait for their users to come and let them know. Right? They have their own internal team. So sometimes before even an issue occurs, they should know that okay, I see CPU is spiking. normally it works at 35%. Now I see 50%, 60%. Very soon it will go to 100% and my application will be down. So immediately my engineers can start working. The people who are working from support, they will know what is P1, priority one ticket. They will start working on this. Right? So that's how it works. Now look at this project, Naira. Fine, it's okay. We don't have to get into this. Look at this. We maintain 24/7, 365 incident response in our global operation. So if anything happens, they will see it here. Right? Let's go to the next room. Uh, this is the mechanical area. We don't have to worry about it at all. I just want to show some server rooms to you guys. Here it is. This is the main thing I think these are actual images, guys. I'm not sure, I'll have to read, but I feel these are actual images. Right? So this is the data center of Azure. Azure is Azure hosting any application? No. What Azure is doing? Why Azure has a data center, guys? Because Azure providing these services online. Azure has all these servers and Azure is uh, renting these servers to you. That is what we are going to learn, how to rent these servers, how to use them. And that is what we are going to see. So these are the servers. I mean, this is just one bay. Don't just imagine itna hi hai Azure ke data center mein. You will have n number of bays, at least 50 bays like this, and you will have three or four, five buildings like this. That too in one data center I'm talking about. Right? Here it is. It is called server blade. It's nothing on which you keep your server. And we don't have to get into nitty-gritties here, right? You don't have to worry. No one is going to ask you that. But for your understanding, we are doing this, right? Look at this. The Microsoft Cloud has over 4 million servers. Okay? It's connecting over 40 million hard disks. Can you imagine now, guys, what is the size of the data center? 4 million servers we are talking about. 40 million hard disks we are talking about. Right? So it's a huge setup, huge setup, right? Okay. So I think that should be enough for your understanding. I mean, there are a lot of things in a data center, but what we will require is this much. You should understand server, you should understand rack, you should understand storage devices. Uh, yeah, these are the bay where you can keep your storage devices, I guess. This is how they carry something. See, this is how they change their hardware. So just because I say it cloud, right? I hope you guys must have heard it now already in my previous session. Cloud is nothing but someone else's computer. So just because it is cloud, that doesn't mean कि उसमें कभी कोई hardware issue आएगा ही नहीं. Ultimately, there is a hardware. Somewhere there is a hardware. There are some people who are changing hardware, right? So hardware is still there. You cannot do anything without hardware. In cloud concept, the only benefit which we have is now we are not responsible. We are letting them do it. Please you do it. कुछ खराब हो गया, please change it. I am just renting services from you. Getting it, guys? Right? For example,
Yes.
if I want to order a pizza from Pizza Hut, I don't care whether they're out of three, one oven is working or not. I have ordered a pizza. It's their job to deliver me the pizza. You use your second oven, third oven, whatever you want to use. You rent a new oven, whatever you want to do. And if you're delayed, then I'll get it for free. Right? But if I am doing it in my house and if I have only one oven and my oven is failed, can I make a pizza? Very first thing I'll have to do is get that oven repaired or at least replace it, buy a new one. Then only I can think of pizza. Is it clear, guys? Are you guys getting the example, understanding? Is it clear till here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me quickly now click next. What do we have here? Innovation room, we don't have to worry about it. These are very next level things. Water data center they are exploring. We don't have to worry about it as of now. So I think that's good enough for data center, right? So I hope it's clear to everyone what is data center. And now let's quickly have a look of the Azure's data center where it's uh, I mean in whole world, where is it exactly? Where do you see the presence of data center? Right. So let me quickly check. I had that map somewhere. I told you I'm using some other laptop, so please bear with me for some time, guys. Right. Let me check. So now we are going to have a look at Azure's. Here it is. This is the global map of Microsoft's data centers. What we had a look at, that was one data center, right? That was one data center. Now we are going to have a look at multiple data centers of Microsoft. That where all do we have data centers? So this white dots, right? Can you see white dots? These or this one. This represents geography. So when we say geography, it's nothing. It's country's name or that area's name. What is Azure geography? Though I'll be very honest with you, no one has asked this question to even a fresher till now. But you should know at least for your understanding. So what is Azure geography? It's an area of the world containing at least one Azure region. We'll come to that. What is a region? But what is a geography? Geography is an area of the world containing at least one region of Azure. Simple. आगे का मत पढ़ो. It's okay. Leave it. If I have one region in India, then Azure geography is in that geography, Azure's presence is there. बस इतना ही याद रखना है. Geography is nothing. They're saying कि हाँ यहाँ पर हमारा presence है, यहाँ पर नहीं है. For example, if you go, look at this. What is this? This is Brazil. So yes, in Brazil we have Azure. We'll simply go and random like, South Africa. One region is available. It's a huge region. Look at this, South Africa. But there is only one region. Still, geographically, Azure is available. एक region है तो भी क्या हुआ? It is available. Availability is there, right? Then if you go, let me enhance it. ये हमारा प्यारा भारत. We have three regions. Two are available. One is coming soon. This one is, I guess, in Hyderabad. Correct? So there are three regions. So definitely Azure geography is available. US, Australia, wherever you say this, it's called Azure geography. They have it available. Right? So geography is the first term in Azure. But no one is going to ask you in your interview. No one has ever asked. Even to freshers, they don't ask. बहुत ही lame सवाल है, बहुत ही छोटा सा question है. Right? But I wanted to cover. Next is your Azure region. Now keep focus, understand very well, because this is not only theoretical definition. This we are going to use throughout the course. East US region, West US region, ये region, वो region, availability zone वाला region. They are not, these services do not talk cross region. If you want to use this service, they should be in same region, etc. Blah 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 blah. So throughout from starting till migration, right? Migration is the peak of the course. That is the last topic we are going to cover. So from first to till migration, region is very important. We are going to use that, right? So what is region? Region is set of data centers that are connected through a dedicated low latency network. Azure has 60 plus available and more announced, and this is old data. I think I'll have to check. I have been telling you guys already. I've told you. If not, uh, whenever it comes to numbers, do not go by my OneNote. It is sometimes outdated. Okay? At least these questions I don't update. Always focus, always refer to Microsoft's updated site. Right? So Azure has 60 plus available and announced Azure regions in 140 countries. Right? Region, one or more data centers. So even if there is one data center, now what is data center? We already saw it, right? A building where you have kept hundreds of racks. That building is called data center. In the below image, I hope this is readable to you guys, right? Do you want me to enhance it? Zoom, guys, do you want me to zoom in? Or is it
Yes, a
readable?
little bit.
Right.
No, I think no.
And I have already shared the link of this OneNote, right? If you want to refer it later, or maybe if you're using two displays, you want to use it on your display, it's okay. You can. I hope it is visible now. So what is region? Where there is one data center of Microsoft or more than one. That is called region. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir. Clear, sir.
yes. Let's go back here. Now, in India, again, definitely Azure is there, right? No doubt. Sorry guys, I'm still struggling with my mouse. Yeah. Yes. The one announced region to be availability zone, Hyderabad it is. Right? So definitely Azure is there. How many regions are there in Azure? So look at this. South India is a region. They won't name their region with city's name. Not only in India, anywhere. If they have their data center in Silicon City, they're not calling it by the name. If they have one in wherever it is, maybe in Virginia, they're not calling it by name. Maybe I think in Azure they have city's name. They have given the city's name. Azure, they are not doing it. Right? So it is South India. That is a region, one of the regions of Azure in India. Where is it? It's in Chennai. Where in Chennai? You will never get that address. Microsoft will never disclose their data center address. They will never do it. Unless we have inside information, that's a different thing. Otherwise, they will never ever do this, right? So this is a region in India. In South India, there is a region. Is that the only region we have in India? No. We have one central in India, which is in Pune. And there was one in Mumbai also. I'm not sure why is it not showing. Maybe they are closing it, upgrading it to Hyderabad, whatever it is. But there used to be one for sure, right? Or maybe they are merging in Pune and Mumbai location. So there are, as of now, two regions in India. So understood, guys, what is region? Region is a place where a data center is hosted by Microsoft. What is data center? It's a building where you have multiple racks. What is rack? On which you can host multiple servers. Are these concepts clear?
Yes.
सर सर मेरा क्वेरी है एक
Yes.
हेलो
Yeah, Amit, ask.
सर जैसे एडब्ल्यूएस में सर मुंबई में रखा है सर डेटा सेंटर रीजन रखा है सर इसमें मुंबई क्यों चूज नहीं किया है लोगों ने
Not sure. See, I think we already discussed this on day one that we may have to skip many rational questions, right? कि मुंबई इतना बड़ा city है और क्यों नहीं क्या? Whatever their study could be, we don't know that. But I'm sure in my previous batches, if you go ahead and watch recording, Mumbai एक इनका region definitely था. Now, why they have phased it out must be their internal study, political reason, tax वगैरह. It could be anything. I mean, महाराष्ट्र में same different taxes नहीं होंगे, but it could be anything. Not sure. Maybe they don't have good relation with BMC, they have good relation with PMC. Could be anything. We don't have even have to worry. वो हमारे इंटरव्यू का क्वेश्चन भी नहीं होने वाला है. But for out of curiosity, if you are asking, to be very honest, even I don't know. और कोई ऐसे स्टडी आती भी नहीं है. They will never share this. Logistic का इशू होगा. It
ओके
could be
सर ओके
anything. Could be anything. But as of now, it is not there.
ओके सर
Sorry. Okay. Now, region. There are two types of region, guys. Right? One is just a plain region. The other one is your region with availability zone. Now, what is availability zone? Remember these terms and please use these terms in your interview, even when you are asking questions, when you are answering here, when you are answering in mock calls, when you are answering in your interviews, then definitely you have to. That is the reason we are doing it. Okay? Now, what is availability zone? Availability zone is a region where you have more than one data center. What does it mean? What is a data center? It's a building. Comprises of number of racks. Racks में क्या होता है? Server. Let's say there is one building. In that building, there are 1,000 racks. उन 1,000 racks में 10,000 servers है. और एक ही building है. That is your region. Does it have availability zone? नहीं. Why? Because there is only one building. Let's say Hyderabad. वहां पर जो अगर डेटा सेंटर बन रहा है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल में वो वैसे अवेलेबिलिटी जोन के साथ आ रहा है, बट फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स से that area or that site will have only one building, okay, and that will have only uh, one building, one premises, thousands of racks, और उसके अंदर 10,000 server. That is your data center. एक data center है, which means definitely we can call it a region. But is it an availability zone region? No, it is not. Then when will you call a region with availability zone? So we'll call a region with availability zone is where you have minimum 3 data centers. For example, Pune ka data center. Pune data center, they will have 3 buildings. Sorry, Pune region. They will have 3 data centers in Pune. Then we will call it कि हाँ इस region में availability zone है और this region is called availability zone. Is this concept clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Very clear.
What about others, guys? Any
Yes.
any doubts? Any
सर इनका
questions?
सर इनका डिस्टेंस मतलब कितना रहता होगा मतलब
Yes, we're coming to that. Good question. Anyone else, guys? कोई और question? Okay. So now, good question कि इनका distance कितना होता है? इनका distance उतना होता है whatever study they have done based on the geographical condition of that area. If I give you an answer, number में आंसर चाहिए तो approximately 300 miles से ज्यादा रखते हैं वो लोग दो region I'm talking about, 2 regions. In 2 data center, exact numbers कभी Azure ने share नहीं किया है. But what is the logic? The logic they will keep. If you're not familiar with the Pune's geography, you may find it hard to understand, but you can correlate it with your city, right? So in Pune, they may have, though no one knows the location, I'm just giving example. They may have one data center in Hinjewadi. They may have another data center in Fursungi, and another one maybe in Kharadi, or maybe one in Magarpatta, another one is in Wagoli. इतना distance definitely रखेंगे that if something goes wrong, कोई फ्लड लाइक सिचुएशन है, किसी एक एरिया में बहुत पानी जम गया है, राइट? तो वो दो एरिया इतने दूर दूर होने चाहिए दैट दे आर नॉट इम्पैक्टेड विद ईच अदर. इतना डिस्टेंस रखते हैं. नाउ दैट वेरीज सिटी टू सिटी. किसी tier 2 सिटी में ये डिस्टेंस उतना ज्यादा मिलेगा ही नहीं उनको. इट्स अ स्मॉल सिटी, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल टू हैव. वहां पर वो अपना डेटा सेंटर रखने भी नहीं वाले, राइट? सो that's a completely their study, but this is the logic why they want to have 3 data centers, because they are offering you services, so they want to give you maximum SLA. If I go back to my pizza wala example, if I don't have 3 oven, एक ही oven पे मैं काम कर रहा हूँ और खराब हो जाए, then how my customers would feel? They will have to wait sorry, they will have to wait until I get that repaired or I get that replaced. What will they do meanwhile? Do you think someone will wait in front of Domino's because I'm getting my oven repaired or I'm buying it new and I'll ask them to come back after 2 days and eat pizza? Do you think that will happen? Nowadays, we have alternatives. People will go to my competitors. They will go to Pizza Hut. They will go to Smoking Joe's, wherever they want, right? Similarly, if Azure, if they do not give this kind of services, if you have to wait for longer hours and your application is down, let's say you have hosted servers with them, उनसे सर्वर आपने रेंट पे लिया है, आप स्विगी जैसा एप्लीकेशन चला रहे हो, एक ही डेटा सेंटर है उनके पास और उस डेटा सेंटर में आग लग गई, राइट? नाउअडेज नो वन कैन से ऐसे नहीं होता नहीं है. वी आर ऑल ऑफ अस आर विटनेसिंग लॉस एंजलिस में क्या हो रहा है, राइट? फ्लड सिचुएशन हो गई, देन व्हाट? दैट डेटा सेंटर इज नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क. मे बी वहां पे कोई इलेक्ट्रिक शॉर्ट सर्किट हो गया. Then what do you expect? Do you expect your customers like Swiggy, Ola, Uber, you want them to hold your application, hold their application कि 2 दिन में सर्विसेज नहीं चलाऊंगा? करोड़ों का नुकसान हो जाएगा उनका, राइट? So that is not possible. So to give them better service, what Azure or for that matter any cloud, what will they do? They will keep multiple data centers. But now we are talking to Azure, we'll stick to Azure terminologies, right? In AWS, you get almost every data center, every region has multiple data centers. So let's not get into that. We'll stick to Azure. First thing, Azure has 60 regions. Are all of them availability zone? Are all of them with availability zone? No. Few of them are. What is availability zone? Any region which has minimum 3 data center, it is called availability zone. Is this clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, these data centers, these are connected with each other. How are they connected? They are not using any ISP. Tata, Airtel, Jio, they are not using it. They have their own dedicated connections. They have their own dedicated networks. Maybe Microsoft will not go and dig some road and put the line. They will outsource it to them, to maybe Jio, Airtel, etc. But they have dedicated. It's not from the public line कि यार हमारे दो data center भी जोड़ दो आपकी line से. That is not going to happen. They have their dedicated cabling from this data center to this data center, from this to this, right? Why do we have that? वो सब हम आगे देखते हैं कि connectivity क्यों चाहिए. But we'll see that. So I hope this is clear, guys. We have only 1 minute left in this session. We'll stop the session. We'll take a break of 5 minutes. Go through whatever we have learned till now. Availability zone, data center, etc. This one note is there with you. Geography. Come up with the questions. We'll start at sharp 11:45 using the same link. It will not wait much, guys. Please join back on time. I'm stopping the session now.